No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. O'Neill lines up on pole position, and it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Gasly, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Magnussen, Verstappen, Perez, Hülkenberg, Norris, Zhou, Sainz, Ricciardo, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Bottas, Sargent, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 30.4 seconds. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
That's it then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain, and a real champion's drive to take the win. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. O'Neill takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I have to give it to O'Neill.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.